Hi everyone, I'm Jim and welcome to the review of Death is Little More, the third studio record by the band Boundaries. It's been a while since the last review. That's because I've been sick those last couple of weeks. I still have a mild fever and my throat is not 100% healed, so I'm sorry for sounding like this. Anyways, this new album from this band came out like 4 or 5 days ago and I've been listening to it every single day, so I had to make a video about it. Also, you can find a full album lyric video on my channel of this record, so go check that out and let's start the review. So I found out about this band around 2022, before their second record Bearing Brightness came out. I don't remember which song I've heard first, but I just loved it and I've decided to check out the entire discography. That's the entire story. When it comes to the lineup of this band, we've got Matt on the vocals, Cody and Corey on the guitars, Nathan on the bass and vocals, and Tim on the drums and backing vocals. He's responsible for the clean singing on this new release. I am actually not sure if this is the correct lineup because those were the only guys that I could find, here on this Discogs page and also on this article from 2022. So I hope this is the same lineup still. The production is tight. It was handled by Randy LaBeouf, who also co-wrote some of the songs, mixed and engineered the entire thing, and I must say that he did a crazy great job because this stuff sounds fantastic. I love the drum sound, the snare, the guitars, the bass, the vocals, everything is mixed perfectly. You can hear every single instrument without any problems, and just wow, kudos to him. Message is diverse. The songs are mostly about personal struggles, mental problems, relationship issues, just life. This stuff is very relatable. I am sure that everyone is going to remember this record because of the fantastic lyrical content, and that's the reason why I made the lyric videos in the first place. Now let's move on to the structure. The structure is between technical and progressive. Every single song here has maybe 1 or 2 segments that do repeat, and everything else is just completely new. You can truly feel that they've put so much work and effort into this. Every song just goes hard, and some of the tracks, like the last 2 and the third one, they just have no repeats, like everything is new throughout the entire track, which is fantastic. Next, when it comes to the music genre of this record, it's a mix of metalcore and hardcore, but every era of hardcore and metalcore. We get some 2000 sound, some more newer vibes. One song has those post-hardcore electronic-core synths, like from Attack Attack 2008 style. Some of the songs remind me of old school 90s metallic hardcore, and that original metalcore sound of All Out War and Earth Crisis. It's all here, and also with a little sprinkle of nu metal thrown in. Like some of the tracks have that cool, dissonant, old school Korn melodies. Like, I just love that stuff. So yeah, this is like a mix of all things hardcore, metalcore, and a little bit of nu metal put in. That's all. The record starts with the track Turning Hate into Rage, and the first thing you're going to notice about it is the drumming. The drummer is phenomenal. I love his double bass work, the grooves, the style, the precision of his playing, the tempo changes. The tempo changes are so good every time they happen. The drummer is very talented and I love everything he does on this album. Next we've got the bass work. The bassist is audible. He mostly follows the guitars, but we have some moments here and there where he deviates from that stuff. He's just playing his own thing, which is very nice. Next we've got the guitar work, and the 2 guitarists are just crazy. I love the dissonant chords, the heavy metalcore riffs, the more melodic and atmospheric stuff, the crunchy sound of the guitars, the cool, very cool lead guitar work in the title song in the middle of the track. That was like surprising to me. Wow, just wow, the guitar riffs slap. Next we've got some of the atmospheric keyboard elements and synths. There isn't much of that stuff here, but it does happen. It works with the songs. And finally we've got the vocals. The vocals are done by the main vocalist, the bassist and the drummer. Let's start with the backing vocals. Great screaming, growling, shouting, and the drummer's singing is just fantastic. I just love his singing, except on one of the tracks. Like, his singing on Darkness Shirt is like, it's just okay, but everything else he sings about, especially in Easily Erased or Cursed to Remember, is just flawless. I love his singing voice. I am not mad at all that this band added some clean vocals, because they truly do work. Next we've got the main vocalist, and his singing, screaming, shouting, yelling, growling, it's all fantastic. I just love it. He even has a spoken word in the Face the Blade or Blamesburg. I think Face the Blade is the one with the spoken word. Great stuff. So yeah, I have nothing to criticize here. You can truly feel the passion, the emotions in all of the vocalist voices, and the screaming. The screaming is fantastic. Like, I'm not sure if that's the bassist or the drummer or the main vocalist or all of them together, but when they scream so passionately, so angry, I just feel that. I feel that in my bones and in my heart, and it's just beautiful. Also, the guest vocals slap as well, like the dude from Alpha Wolf, great screaming, growling. The dude from Invent Animate, Marcus, amazing singing. And Matt from Kublai Khan, he's just Matt, you know. So that's all. Let's go back to the first song on the record, Turning Hate into Rage. This one is just fantastic. I love the intro, you know, the dissonant chords. I had to pull up the lyrics for you here so you can see them on the screen, and I must say that wow, how nice it must be to make new every day. I love that stuff so much. My favorite part of the song is this one because of the guitar riffs and the emotions, and then the first breakdown happens. Fucking hate you, dum, tudum, tudum. It has that old school 2000s style to it. Then we've got this cool part, which is again more rockish, I would say, but it's still infused with metalcore. Then we get this crazy part with hell is where we belong. Yeah, and then the second breakdown happens, you know, this world is evil and I am the devil. Fantastic, fantastic song from beginning to the end. I have no criticism here. I just love every single section, especially the dissonant chords and breakdowns. So yeah, 11 out of 10. Darkness Shirt I feel like is the most polarizing song on the record because it started out fantastic. The intro, the heaviness, the evil tremolo riffs, like they're just so good, so good. The vocals, God all first for, he's just so angry. I love this part with systematic, dramatic, you make me sick. I just love that part. The whole segment here is just fantastic. The lyrics go hard, and then we get I will never be whole again. I think like this is the chorus where the drummer is singing it, and that's my least favorite part of the entire album. Every other line the drummer sings on this record is fantastic. Just this one, it just didn't grab me. I feel like the change from the heavier stuff to the more clean stuff was just so abrupt, and I did not expect it. When I first heard this song, it kinda ruined the track for me, but then I went back and listened to it like 20 times and I was like, okay, I get it now, but I still feel like it doesn't belong here. I hope you understand. It's not that I don't like the singing or something, I just feel like this is out of place just in this song, because on the other tracks the clean parts work. This is my favorite part, the lyric. And then we've got the chorus, but it's screamed again. And then this is the outro. It's so crazy, it picks up the pace, it gets more faster and faster and so angry. I just love it. This is a fantastic track. Again, 10 out of 10. Like Petals from a Stem is a song that when you read the title you are probably like, this is going to be a beautiful interlude or some singing about love. No, it's not. It's the heaviest song on the record. And I was just so surprised by it. I was like, what the hell is going on? It's so fast at the beginning, so ferocious, so full of emotions. I have an urge to kill. Everyone is so angry. And then this part happens, like I just love it. And then, oh sorry, then there's the breakdown. I will drown the world in my anger. It's just so long, but so heavy. And I love how the guitars transition, you know, to a more dropped, tuned sound, I would say. Just so fun. And see, the outro is just basically Silent Hill 2. Great stuff, great stuff. I forgot to put this actually in my lyric video, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. For me personally, this is the weakest track on the record. Like, it's perfect, don't get me wrong, but it's just too short for me. Like, I wish it was longer, and also the heaviness, while it works in the context of the record, I've already heard this track lots of times, and it kinda wears off, you know? You just have to not overdo it, because it will get slightly weaker if you listen to it all the time. But I must say that it's a perfect track. It works, it's a massive surprise after Darkness Shirt, and yeah, when you're first listening to the record, you feel like the band is just outdoing themselves with each new song, because the level of heaviness and angriness just goes all over the top. So yeah, 10 out of 10, easily erased. This was the first song I've heard from this record, you know, when the music video was released. This track means a lot to me. I just love the vocal performance and the lyrics. They hit too close to home, especially the chorus. Will you break all of the promises that you made? Sorry for sounding like shit, but my throat hurts. For you, it should be easy to erase. That just goes so hard. My love for you, the accidental absolute. What part of I can take it? Do you not understand? I'd rather never hold it than have it leave my hand. This is my favorite line from this song. Like, it's so true. This is why people don't want to be in relationships, because, you know, it always ends badly after a while. Even if you're happy for 2, 5, 10 years, it will just fade away, you know. Either you or the second person is going to be like, I don't feel anything, and you will be sad. So I feel this on a totally different level. It's so heavy, so sad. Beautiful song. Love the intro. The singing by the drummer is goddamn fantastic. Like, wow, just wow. This is also a fantastic part of the track. All of these nights that you visit me. Yeah, so yeah, I love everything about this. And what makes this song so stand out for me, besides the clean singing, is the breakdown. This is easily erased, and this song, I must say, it will be hard to erase from memory, because it's a banger. Every section here is flawless. I couldn't ask for a more relatable song. 11 out of 10. Cursed to Remember starts very melodic compared to the previous song. We've got some clean singing by the drummer. We used to talk all night. Again, it's a song about love, I feel like. Hope had nothing to do with it. This is just so good, this entire part. But while I do love this stuff, my favorite one is Weeping Slumber Echoed in Eternity. The guitar riffs and the drumming behind that whole segment, including this one as well, Spirits Unclean, Always Looming. I just love how nostalgic it sounds like, but also it has that eerie atmosphere to it, but it's also soothing at the same time. I love everything about this track, and then the breakdown happens. Blisters fill my mouth, leak from my lips, one final farewell, one last kiss. This is my favorite line from the entire song because of how the vocalist screams it. Can we ever find peace in this place? It's just so hard, so emotional, so fantastic. So yeah, another great song. No objections here, 11 out of 10. The title track, Death is a Little More, starts with some screaming, and then we've got Vengeful Rants. This is a great verse, I must say, but what sold this song for me isn't that cool lead guitar work in the middle. While it's still fascinating and special, like it doesn't happen in any of the other tracks. What I love about this one the most is no solution, only judgment. I just love this part. It's just so angry, so furious, so ferocious. I just love it. and then always measured by friend. This is just so sad, but also relatable. This whole line here, wow, just wow. Humanity, this part as well, and then you've got life is a fucking war and death is a little more. Great call out. Love the lead guitar work here, the drumming, the vocals. This song just goes up to 11, so 11 out of 10. A Pale Light Lingers features the dude from Alpha Wolf, and this track has a fantastic intro. Another day dragging into sleepless nights, so heavy. This is the chorus. The roots of your run would ruin, nothing here will grow. A golden moon with painted fire, a life left with nothing to show. I love it. It's fantastic. It comes back later, but like a breakbeat electronic sound, and I was like, what the hell is going on there? That's actually the part of the song where I was like, you kinda lost the momentum there. But of course my favorite part is where the dude from Alpha Wolf shows up and he's like, choking down the flames of regret, fuck it. Blacks with this. And this is the best part of the track for me. I don't forget and I'd rather be dead than forgive. The sheer anger in the voice and the guitar riffs and the drumming, the bass lines, just everything. This is a perfect song. It's not my favorite, but it goes hard and I'm happy that it exists. 10 out of 10. Face the Blade. Now this track is more melodic than the previous one. It sounds nostalgic and very atmospheric. It's emotional. I love the beginning here. My favorite part lyrically is this one, pressing your lips to a poisoned well, blah blah blah, something like that. And then what I love the most about this one is the spoken word here. My insides spill onto the pavement, mimicking a field of orchids. It really reminded me of late 90s, early 2000s metalcore with those spoken passages in the tracks. It has that vibe, like, it works really well. I love the outro and the breakdown, you know, what else do you want from me? Your affection feels like vengeance. Great ending to a track. I love everything about this one. Especially actually the music, you know, the drumming and the guitar riffs, because of how nostalgic it sounds like. Let's move on to the next one. This one is 11 out of 10. Scars on a Soul might be my favorite song from this band like ever. It's actually hard for me to choose my favorite song because there are 2 more tracks on this record where I'm like, this must be my favorite. But then I feel like it's Scars, but then I feel like it's the last song on the record. So it's very hard for me to choose. The intro is just so goddamn pissed off. It's just so angry. The weight of your eyes is exhausting me. What the fuck are you looking at? What are you trying to see? This is so relatable. Like, it's about society and your personal struggles, and you're just tired of your partner or your parents or whatever. The chorus, we've done nothing to change the curse, so we've been here before. I love this chorus, it comes back again later and I'm like, yay, it's back, because it's so fun. But of course, my favorite part of the song is this one. How pissed off the breakdown in the middle is. My mind and my motivations exist with this bitterness. Cannot hold on to desire. I resent all satisfaction. I love the screaming, like, the dude is just screaming on the satisfaction. It's just so fun, you know, when the vocals aren't one-dimensional, like, we've got some cool growling here, but then the screaming slips up and it's like, here's some satisfaction. And I love when you get this stuff in music, because the variety in the vocal department is what makes music timeless, besides the music itself. So yeah, beautiful stuff. I love how basically heavier and heavier it gets, because here the tempo is like okay, but then I have survived past my means. It just gets more faster and angrier. This entire segment is like peak boundary stuff. I love it. Then we've got a calm break, you know, I don't want to be a coward, blah blah. Then the chorus, and then we've got the end and the fear line. I just love it. This is a legendary song to me. I will never forget about it. I love listening to it every single day. 12 out of 10. Blame's Burden features Marcus of Invent Animate. And again, this might be the song that is my favorite from this band. I love how experimental and emotional this one is. Like, the intro, so nostalgic, it reminds me of early 90s for some reason, you know, nu metal but also metalcore. Then we get the verse, so emotional, the vocals are just on point. I can hardly breathe, my blood can't hold its hit. But this is, I guess this can be described as a chorus because it comes back later on, or a verse, whatever. I'm right where I'm supposed to be, but I'm still not happy, just so relatable. Life was so simple when I was miserable, the unspoken struggle of moving on. It gets even more emotional, you know. You lose all concept of life when you live one day at a time. I'm not prepared for this. Not ready for the years I never thought I'd see. Not ready to let down all the people that care about me. Wow, just wow. Then, chipping away at the edges, joy tends to vanish when it's noticed. So true, so true. I'm better than I've ever been, I won't pretend I'm not. This is the part where we get the electronic core, you know, Attack Attack 2008 vibes. And that was like, wow, when I first heard this song, I did not expect it at all, but I do love it. And then we get the clean vocal part by Marcus. Hold my hand, wish away the red stains. I like the direction, this tune. Wow, this part so emotional, so memorable, but what's my favorite about this song is the verse or the chorus, which comes back again. It just sang with such a conviction and emotions in the voice that I've actually cried when I first heard it. It just goes so hard, and I love how angry the vocalist is, but I'm still not happy. Here that part is just much better than the first time. It sounds completely different, and then the spoken struggle, you know, the backing vocals of moving on, and my favorite part of the entire song, I wish that I could disappear, you know. I just love that screaming, I wish. I just love how emotional that part is. I think I've like replayed it a few hundred times already because of how good it sounds like it's the release of all the anger and frustration and also sadness, so it works. This entire song musically, vocally and lyrically is just like top-notch track. It's easily in my top 100 songs of all time. Yeah, Blame's Burden. 12 out of 10. Next we've got Black Soaked Salvation featuring Matt of Kublai Khan, and this is my second least favorite song, but it's a banger nonetheless. I just love the heaviness of it, the changes, Matt's vocals, while I love that his voice is so distinct and you can never mistake it for anybody else, but I feel like in the case of this album, he doesn't sound as pissed off as all of the other dudes from Boundaries. I hope you get what I'm saying. Like, he is angry, you know, he has that hardcore voice, but I just don't know. I wish the dude who screams on this record, you know, like, I wish he would be here more, does more on the record, because I would love to hear him instead of Matt. But Matt is a fantastic dude as well. I love his vocals, don't get me wrong. So yeah, fantastic track. Love that part, you know, beaten to fucking death. Oh my goddamn, I just love this breakdown. It sounds like Kublai Khan. It truly feels like, I don't know, the dudes were like, yeah, Matt is going to sing here, so we need to rewrite this, so it's going to sound exactly like Kublai Khan, because it does. And then we get some more crazier stuff, you know, some blast beats I think were on this track, same as on the third one. Yeah, lovely song. I have no clue what's it about, probably religion. And I don't care actually, I just want more songs that are about breakups and hard life. Sorry. So yeah, a reference, yeah, to their first record. That was actually quite nice. So yeah, a fantastic song, love it, 10 out of 10. And the final song on the album, Inhale the Grief. This might be my favorite song from this band. Same as Scars and Blame, because wow, this one lyrically has destroyed me. The lyrics are so relatable, the vocals so emotional, so passionate, the music so melodic but heavy at the same time, so nostalgic, the drummer is just flawless, same with the bassist, the drummer, the vocals, just everyone is giving us their 100% here. I love the part, I'm the worst to myself, the last person I'm willing to help. No empathy, no understanding. I just love the screaming. I love the things I offer. Always feel like a failure. Love the singing here. let me lay where I fall. So many behaviors to unlearn, yeah. While this part is my favorite one, I love how the song just keeps getting more interesting with every new part, like coming to terms with a life twice as hard and half as long. True, I can stand to be alone with my thoughts, and the lead guitar work underneath those lines works beautifully. And this part, I can already hear everyone in a room where Boundary is going to have a concert, everyone is going to scream that line. I was taught to hate myself before anything else, yeah. This is what happens when you have shitty parents and people around you. Almost everyone is going to say, yeah, that is so relatable. Yeah, I'm sorry that you feel like that. Because I also feel like that. Apparently the vocalist was a Christian, now he's not. Thank God. Sorry, nobody gives a fuck about me, and that's how it should be. Yeah, this is sad, this is always sad. I feel like this is why many people commit suicide. Be there for each other. Be there for each other, please. Be there for each other. Do not die. Because we will die either way, you know. And then the beautiful chorus comes back. I love the I feel like a fuck up, I feel like a failure, but at least it's not every day and I am getting better. Great statement. So this is actually a good ending, like the entire story of the record ends on a good note. Great. That's everything, 12 out of 10. To sum it up, the consistency is stable, the flow is ideal, replayability, yeah, it's a legendary record. It's been a while since I've heard such a good album, probably since Talas, The Generation of Danger from 2022. This is just fantastic, every song works perfectly. I love the transitions, how every song morphs into one another, just works so damn well. The highlights for me are Inhale the Grief, Scars on a Soul, Blame's Burden, Death is a Little More, Easily Erased, Curse to Remember, Turning Hate into Rage, and Face the Blade. But actually every song here is wow, just wow. I wanted to criticize something here, but I just can't. Like, my only criticism is that I need more screaming, like you know, the screaming that either the bassist or the drummer or the main vocalist is doing, you know, that in the background screaming, like, no solution, only judgment, stuff like that. I love that so much. This record is going to be remembered for eternity. I feel like we've stumbled upon a gem, and I hope that because of this album, this band is going to get bigger. I wish to see them in Poland so I can go to their live show and meet them. I love going to shows. So yeah, this is a fantastic album. The previous ones were also great, don't get me wrong, but this one, I feel like many people are going to feel connected to this because of the lyrics and the tempo changes, how every goddamn single guitar riff just slaps. Same with the drum fills, the blast beats, the groovier stuff, the breakdowns. This record has it all. That's all from me, thank you for watching, don't forget to like and subscribe. Follow me on my Instagram and Patreon, links in the description. Support me if you want so I can do more videos like this. See you in my other reviews or Doom MIDI covers or whatever I'm going to come up with next. Bye!